Hey, Dan here, welcome back to another video. Did you know you can find keyword ideas you can actually rank for using Google Search Console? It's a great strategy, and today I'm going to teach you how to use it in your business.
Okay, so the very first step is to head over to the Google Search Console for your website and click on Performance. We then want to change the date to the last 16 months so we can get the most data that we possibly can from this. And this is going to show us the queries we've been getting clicks from, but we're not really interested in this right now. We're actually interested in what opportunities we have for content marketing ideas. So if you look in the video description of this video, there's going to be a link to a blog post. And if you click on that, you'll see this list right here that I've put together of good informational keyword modifiers. If we grab the first one, best, right here, and I'm going to use my site as an example and show you what I've done today. If we put new and then query and then paste in best under queries containing, it's going to bring back all of the different keywords that we've had impressions for that contain the word best. Now, when we look through here, you'll notice some of these are like service terms and some of these could be blog posts. However, some of them I've already targeted, so I'm going to ignore them. But when we come down right here, we've got one best CMS for SEO 2020. Now, 18 impressions for that is quite impressive because I've never actually mentioned that on the site before. And so when I see something like that that's getting quite a few impressions that I've never targeted or mentioned before, it indicates to me two things. One, I probably can rank for this, and two, Google sees me as relevant for this type of keyword. So it's well worth me building this out if it's something I see valuable, and I do see this as something that would be worth me doing. So I'm going to grab that keyword right there, and the way that I'll do this is I'll put this into a Google sheet just like this. And then I'll remove that formatting, make these bold, make this wider. And then what I'm going to document is all of the different keywords right here. I'm going to go through two examples just so you get the idea of what I'm doing. So I found that one right there. If I go back, so change this back to queries containing and then go back to best. Let's look at the next page and look for another one. So here's one, AdWords match type best practices. That's something I know for a fact I've never created content on ever. So if I get those two right there, what I'll now do is I'll grab that keyword. So if you imagine I went through all of these different ones here, there's 69 different search queries that I could do this for. So if I grab that one there, you imagine I had all these out here, and I change this query right here to the one that I found that I'm interested in. If I then go to pages, it's going to show me which pages have been getting impressions for this. And as you can see, the one that's been getting the most is this one right here, ranked Joomla in Google. And when we have a look at this, there was nothing in here that was relevant to that. So it was quite a surprise that this was getting impressions for it. But as I say, it's a very good sign. So I'd copy that and stick that here in the impression page so that I know where I need to internally link to when I build this new piece of content out. If Google thinks this page is relevant, internally linking to this page will boost the power of this page. Yeah, it will make this look even more relevant. So that's that one. And if there was multiple that seemed relevant, then you may want to do it from multiple pages. But if they aren't relevant, there's no point. So for example, on-page SEO, this one may be worth doing. E-commerce SEO strategy, not so much because this won't really cover that much. And then the Chelmsford location page is no relevancy, so I wouldn't do that one at all. So that's why I'm only sticking with one. So now if we do the same thing for this keyword right here, and we have a look at pages. So now that's saying on-page SEO. Well, that's not relevant to AdWords match type best practices at all. So I wouldn't actually do that. I wouldn't put an impression page there. I'll just create this out anyway and not internally link it if I was going to target this keyword. After you finish going through all the different keywords with all of these different modifiers right here, you should have a massive list, and you want to go through and prioritize them in terms of which one is most likely to get most traffic. You could either do that based on the impressions you've been getting, or you could use a keyword research tool like Ahrefs, or you could use Keywords Everywhere. This is a really cheap SEO tool. But you don't even have to do this. That's just like an added thing if you want to spend a little bit more time. I know I said this was free, so I'm not going to suggest you use a paid tool. I didn't need to use a paid tool to figure out whether or not to build this page. It was quite evident to me. So let's say we've gone through, figured out exactly which ones are the best to target, and this is my number one that I want to do. I've now built this page out, and it's not too bad. It's about 500 words of content. It'd be better if I had more images in here, but actually the information's quite good. So that's that done. Now what I know I need to do is go to this page that was getting impressions for it originally and internally link that to this page. So what I done is I actually come into the content and I found somewhere where it made sense to just change the wording a little bit, and it is right there. I just changed this so that it reads, whether you should rebuild your website in a better CMS for SEO or improve your current Joomla website will depend on how established it is. So this isn't the exact keyword, but it's very similar, and it's still putting an internal link from that to that without hindering the user experience. So as you see, when you click on that, it goes through to there. So that page is now done. And the very last thing that I want to do with this page right here is I want to copy this, come into the Search Console and paste this in at the top under Inspect Any URL. And then we just give this a little bit of time. Sometimes this has been running really slow for me lately. When it goes through, click on Request Indexing. And I'm going to pause it while it... And we've now got that it's been submitted for indexing, so we can just click Got It on that. And basically what I've just done is I've asked Google to please index this page. And that's basically all you need to do for this strategy. Obviously you could then go through and mark this off as, you know, green, and then you could just paste in your link as well, right there. You get the idea. And then you'd want to go through all of these different ones here and actually build out all the different pages. And the best thing about this strategy right here is that, as you saw with this page, creating this Rank Joomla in Google page gave me this keyword idea right here, best CMS for SEO 2020. I wouldn't have seen this keyword in the Search Console had I not created this page. So when you go through and create out a bunch of new pages like this and you get loads in here, you're going to get even more keyword ideas come up, and you're going to get even better ones come up because you're going to have so much more data coming through. So it is one of the most scalable SEO strategies you can use. Now, I would say you'd put this further along in a SEO campaign. You wouldn't want to do this early on because obviously you need data, and your priority at first is going to be keyword mapping and making sure the main pages are properly keyword targeted. But this is a really good content marketing strategy long term, and you're going to find a bunch of keywords here as well that aren't showing up in the keyword research tools because they don't show everything. And you're also going to get real data from the Search Console that's relevant to your website. So it's a really cool strategy. So I hope you enjoyed this video and took something good from it. Utilize this strategy and you will grow your traffic. And if you enjoyed this video, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more, and I'll see you in the next one.